Hello ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Today we are going to be ranking, reviewing and going over about the Gymshark Onyx V5 collection. Drop, flop, as we're calling it, ladies and gentlemen. You guys know, if you were there, what it was like. So Gymshark have been hyping up the return of the Onyx, which is their most famous male brand that they've ever done. Obviously, originally Gymshark started out as a male company, or finding the right sports attire for men to wear in the gym and build their confidence and, you know, get physique enhancing clothes for males, because obviously the women's gym industry is booming. There's no shortage of what women can be wearing in the gym. They wear all kinds of styles and there's all kinds of brands that accommodate it. But Gymshark at its origins was meant to be a male brand that started in the UK, and they have failed everybody miserably. Men and women, every customer from every part of the world, they failed awfully. So Gymshark use a website called Shopify to help with their sales and their purchases and all that stuff. And last night they had the drop of the Onyx. Now, let's be fair, I'm coming into this with fresh eyes. I've never shopped with Gymshark before. I've had no interest in the brand or the product or anything before. Clothes to me are just material at the end of the day. It don't make a difference. But I saw a lot of people hyping up Onyx and hyping up Gymshark, and I wanted to get in on that social media trend like many of us do. So I wanted to get online, pick up a few items, get them out, unbox them, review them, see what all the hype was about. Should have been a simple process. They've been hyping up this Onyx drop for a long time now, and what should have happened would have been really simple. They put a countdown on for the UK saying that the website and the app were going to update at 7 PM and we were going to be able to purchase our new items at that time. So I got in from work, sat down, got my laptop on my knee, got my phone in my hand, so I've got the website open with the countdown on, and I've got my app open. Now, funny enough, there was no countdown on the app, and that's probably where we should have started knowing that things were going to go wrong. But I stayed confident, watching that countdown clock, making sure everything was happening at the right time, just kind of being hyper vigilant to the situation and just trying to keep in the loop of everything that was going on. Waiting, that countdown clock was counting down to the time of 7 PM. Eventually, it hit 7 PM, and when I went to go onto the website for the first time, it didn't work. There was nothing happening. It crashed. So I refreshed it, crashed again. Kept refreshing it, and this went on for the first half an hour of this Onyx drop. Eventually, about 45 minutes to an hour after, we actually started seeing some images pop up of the Onyx range. Like, the first one I saw was the Onyx 5.0 seamless compression t-shirt. It was the black and grey one, and then I saw the blue and grey one, and then eventually everything started happening. So we started seeing them pop up. But what was really strange is as soon as they popped onto the website, we noticed that they were already sold out in sizes. That was the first clue that something had gone wrong, because the drop had only just happened and already every item had loads of its sizes missing. But say, for example, I wanted it in an extra large, and I found one that was available in an extra large, and I went to purchase it. It didn't even put it into my basket. It didn't even put it into my bag. It just crashed there and then. And then eventually later on, the app opened up and I was able to get some items appearing on my app. Then when I tried to press pay now straight away and just instantly purchase it, it still didn't work. Just a white screen. Just a blank white screen with no information, no timer, no words, no nothing. Now, I'm sorry, we live in the year 2025. We should not be having issues buying things on websites. When you are trying to come and give a company your money, your hard-earned cash, there should be no issue whatsoever in making that purchase. It's ridiculous. Obviously, then it creates doubt in people's minds. Do I really want to give this company any money? Loads of companies around the world, all of them, make a big profit off people impulse buying. They've seen an advert for something, or a trailer for something, or some promotion for something, and they feel impulsed. And it might have been payday, or it might be payday next week, and they go out and they want to buy something because they're impulsive, or they've seen it as a social media thing, so they want to go and buy it to get into the trends. And it's that easy. Companies make so much money from just marketing their product the right way and having people be impulse buyers. That's literally how many businesses survive. Things like Lego, for example, and places like that, they make their money based on impulse purchases because they've hyped something up, they've made an event out of it, they made customers feel special for being involved in that event, and then boom, impulse purchase, profit makes massive returns. Gymshark, just recently, before this event even occurred, Ben Francis, their main guy, their head guy, was talking about how he wants Gymshark as a brand to be this mega 100-year brand. Like, he wanted to be a household name. He wanted the reputation and the legacy of Gymshark to last 100 years. And he was comparing himself to, like, Land Rover, comparing himself to Cadbury's. Like, those brands have been infamous for years because they've had quality products that have been available for decades. And your company sells clothes, my friend. You sell bags and clothes and badges and socks and little garments and like things that are made for a fraction of the cost that are then sold massively upcharged. You're basically the same as many major clothing companies. But the only difference is you've not proven yourself. You've not proven yourself in the same way that other clothing companies have proven themselves. Your brand, unlike Under Armour, for example, who's like probably one of their closest competitors, Under Armour or Young LA, these different places who make similar items, they are spoken about with much more reward and satisfaction because their products are better, because their services are better. I can walk in to any Sports Direct in this country and pick up an Under Armour equivalent to one of your products because that's how accessible Under Armour is. None of this waiting for drops online and trying to get in on the hype culture and encouraging people to wait there, and people lost hours of their time yesterday sitting up waiting for this problem to be resurrected. But it was one thing after another. So the websites crashed because they use Shopify. Instead of having their own private domain website, which they can have uber amounts of cybersecurity on, they use Shopify. And Shopify crashed under the pressure. So that's one thing. Secondly, bots came in and they scalped everything. And the reason they were able to do that is because there was no antivirus in there. There was no cyber defense. There was no cyber security to prevent that muggery from happening. The bots came in and they raped and pillaged everyone's orders from them, so no real fans could get given anything. Then the CEO of Gymshark has the audacity to head on to Instagram and Twitter. And what do? Instead of going, right, well, here's the cold hard truth, this is what we're going to do. We're going to pull everything from the site, which eventually they panicked and they did. Then we're going to cancel all of the orders. Again, they panicked and they did that too. But here's the kicker. They didn't sit there and go, right, the plan is it's all gone tits up. It's all gone tits up. But what we're going to do is we're going to lock in, we're going to regroup, we're going to try and come up with a better plan. We're going to try and set up a better software, we're going to try and do a better thing. But they didn't. They posted memes. They put fuck bots memes on their Instagrams and their Twitters. When real 9-to-5 working class people have been out there, real hard-working, blue-collared 9-to-5ers who have gone out, who have worked all day to put some money aside for this drop, they laugh in your face and they slap you with these memes instead of being a genuine company, genuinely apologetic, and genuinely providing a video message or an actual timeline of what we're going to try and do in this event. It's awkward. It's horrible. It's cringy. Then the biggest kicker of the lot here in the UK, they have got three different stores that I know of, but they then go, well, we've got some limited quantities available in our Regent Street shop. Hang on, so if you're going to get them out into shops, why don't you do a drop in the shops? Why don't you do a physical drop where none of this bullshit bottery can take place? You dump as many products, right, as many copies of these items into your physical stores and then tell people that they have to go and purchase them on this specific day, time and place. Give them the date, give them the time, give them the place. And then let them go in person, in the droves, in the thousands, but give them like a QR code on their email, which means that once that QR code has been scanned, that's it. You can take that QR code to the till, and you can wait, and you can hand in your QR code, and when you do, you can take one of the items, you can take one of each item, you could take, the amount that you want to buy, but you can only buy one of each product. You can take the amount that you want to get to the till, and then you can show them this QR code, and that QR code gets scanned by the shop assistant, and that's it. That qualifies you for a purchase. It's super easy. Lego, which is a children's toy company at the end of the day, have got better security than you guys. Have got better cyber defenses than you guys. You guys talk about wanting to be one of this big 100-year-long brand bullshit. It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen when childish, ridiculous things like bot attacks can wipe out your entire release date. Your drop, regardless of what you now do, regardless of how you try and go and scramble around to fix this problem, no matter what you do to resolve this issue, your Onyx 5, which was this big hype collection that everyone was talking about, everyone was getting excited about, everyone was like, oh my god, it's the return of Gymshark, it's the return to the OG type of Gymshark. You guys have gonna stained your legacy now. This drop is gonna be stained forever, because people are gonna remember the launch, and they're never gonna let you forget the launch of this awful, awful, awful event. It was terrible. It was inexcusable. It was terrible. You spent enough time, effort and money pouring into adverts and pouring into paid promotions and buying advertisement slots to put posters up and to put online content out there, getting people in, wearing all the models in to wear all your products and getting them in videos and trying to gas them all up. You guys have tried to hype this collection up, and you've spent time and effort hyping up the collection, but no time and effort in the defense of it. It's one thing to hype something up and promote something, but to then deliver a genuine product safely to the community. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter if the Onyx 5 turns out to be the best product Gymshark have ever created. And it doesn't matter if in a month's time you guys manage to somehow sort out some bullshittery around this absolute garbage event. You've still stained that legacy. So all of this talk of 100 years brand, it's in the bin. Because you have the opportunity. You're in 2025. We have high-tech, cutting-edge technology. You've got no excuses. You're not a little independent store that got overwhelmed because you're a real pop-up. You're like a genuine little pop-up shop, and all of a sudden all of these people just mobbed your shop and you lost all your items. It's not like you're an independent little tiny studio. You can't sit there and try and whittle your way around this. You made it cock up, a humongous failure, and you guys need to learn that just isn't gonna fly anymore. That shit just cannot fly. It's awful. It's despicable. It's disgusting. It's a failure on your end. I've never met your brand before. I've never seen it, never come into contact with it. Heard about this Onyx thing, saw some of the items. They look pretty cool. They look pretty good. But even if the items are high quality, even if the items are the best things you've ever produced, the legacy of the brand is now stained by this shit drop. You gotta fix your shit, Gymshark. It's just not on. It's not on at all. You're a business with billions of dollars of investment. You've got billions and billions and billions of people around the world who know who you are. You've got all of this money and all of this stuff, and you make loads of profits. I've been on your website. I've seen your products. You've got expensive shit on there. You make money. You make sales. You make genuine numbers. But what's the point of having any of that shit if you can't defend it? What's the point in having all these genuine fans if you can't defend it? It's shit. It's disgusting and it's shit. And you need to do way better than this. Because that's not how a professional brand, a premium brand, should ever have a release. It's just inexcusable and it's vile. And I don't know how you can excuse yourselves. I don't know how on earth you can excuse yourselves. But you've got a serious amount of effort to put in now to make up from all of this. Because it's just disgusting. Genuinely disgusting.